This rifle is absolutely remarkable. Hello cowboys, cowgirls, and outlaws. I'm your host Slick Sixguns, and I'm here to provide education, tips, and community for those interested in the Western shooting sports. If you're interested in stuff like that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell so you don't miss anything. Today's episode is provided by Charlie's Front Porch Gunsmith. Make sure that you check them out in the description section of this video. Also in the description section is a link to our Patreon account if you feel like supporting us. I also have links to items such as hats, clothing, and gun safes to help you on your journey westward. The major parts of the rifle include the receiver, carrier, lever pin, lever, lifter arm, side plate, and link assembly. This version of the model 1873 is by Miroku, based out of Japan. The weapon weighs 7 pounds 4 ounces with an overall length of 39 inches. This short rifle sports a 20-inch barrel, takes the .45 Colt Cartridge, has a fore-end cap and crescent recoil pad with the Winchester name stamped on the barrel. The forend and stock have an oil finish to them and are both made of grade 1 black walnut. The steel receiver is blued and comes in a brush polished finish. The steel barrel is round, blued, and comes in a brush polished finish as well. The hammer is blued. The carrier has a brass finish. The trigger guard and trigger are both steel and have a brush polished finish with no engraving to them. The crescent steel recoil pad is blued and the forend cap is also blued. The rifle features a brass bead in the front sight that is dovetailed and adjustable for windage. The rifle comes with semi-buckhorn rear sights that can be raised or lowered and drifted left or right as it is dovetailed into the barrel. The tang is drilled and tapped to accept a tang sight that can be adjusted for elevation by means of a dial on the top and windage with a dial on the bottom. The magazine is a full-length tubular magazine that can be loaded by means of a loading gate in one of the side plates. The loading gate is held in place by a screw on the inside of the side plate. The rifle has a magazine capacity of 10 rounds of .45 Colt. It features a lever hook safety that can be engaged by turning it by hand to hold the lever against the underside of the tang. It also features a safety bar behind the trigger to keep it from firing out of battery. The hammer has a checkered portion on the spur for ease of gripping. The hammer has 3 positions: the fired position, half-cock position, and full cock position. The weapon also features a dust cover on top of the receiver that slides back automatically when you load a round or want to eject a spent cartridge from the chamber. The side plates can be removed from the receiver for ease of cleaning and disassembly in a field environment. The side plates are held in place on the receiver by the side plate screw. The toggle link action is simple, and the toggle links are held in place by pins on either end of the 2 links. This rifle has a leather lever wrap, and the barrel has a twist rate of 18 3/4 inches, meaning that the round will make 1 full turn in 18 3/4 inches. An odd feature on this version of the 1873 rifle is the screw that is located on the back top of the receiver. In the originals, there were 3 versions, with the one piece that was different being the dust cover rail and dust cover according to the Winchester 1873 handbook by George Stone. This rifle features a hybrid of the 2nd and 3rd models in that there is a screw indicative of the 2nd model, but also the rail is machined into the receiver, which is indicative of the 3rd model. Also, another thing that is different from the originals is the firing pin extension, which was not the original design, as you see here. For the weapon to function, a round enters the carrier by the spring pressure on the follower in the tubular magazine. The cartridge travels up the feed ramp and into the rounded slot on the carrier. When the shooter moves the lever forward, it simultaneously moves the links closer together, retracts the bolt, cocks the hammer, extracts any round in the chamber, and cams the lifter, which is inserted into the back of the carrier, upward by means of a leaf spring and physical contact. This causes the carrier to move up, allowing a fresh cartridge to be loaded into the chamber. Stay tuned for more information on this rifle in future episodes.